Maggie, come on, let's go.
He's known as the Ferryman.
Good girl.
And from the end of May to October, he and his four-legged assistant Maggie shuttle hikers from one side of the Kennebec River to the other.
Sit down. Sit down. Good girl.
In fact, his weather-beaten 17-foot Old Town triple canoe is the only sanctioned means to cross the river. There's even a white blaze on the inside that officially marks the trail.
And so we have a blaze in the bottom. Everybody likes to see the blaze. Yeah, some people like to touch every blaze. They'll touch that one. But this year, when they touch the blaze, I'll put a little hand sanitizer on the hands right after.
It's only about 100 yards across the river, but there's a reason that the Appalachian Trail Conservancy pays Greg Caruso to offer the ferry service free of charge. Since the origin of the Appalachian Trail in 1937, this crossing has depended on a ferry. That's because the swift-moving Kennebec River cannot be safely forded. When dams upstream release water, the river here rises several feet in a matter of minutes. A registered Maine guide, Caruso's had the job for the past 5 years, but full-time ferry service has been in place since the 1980s, after an experienced hiker carrying her pack attempted to cross on her own. Alice Ference was swept away and drowned. Her death and other near misses haven't stopped others from trying to do the same.
Well, every year some people decide to try and ford the river, and I'm sure some are successful, but I hear horror stories all the time each year, probably a handful of them, because a friend of mine lives down around the corner. He's had to go out and rescue a few people that have tried to cross here, when the water's been up.
Over the years, the idea of building a bridge to replace the ferryman has been rejected. Too expensive and too difficult is the assessment, primarily because of the ice jams that form on the river in late winter.
And literally there'll be 10 feet of ice right here, kind of like a big iceberg on the side. So I don't know how you build a bridge and span that, 400 some odd feet all the way so that you would be out of the way of those big icebergs.
So Caruso keeps showing up for work. Normally, he says he would have paddled nearly 300 hikers across the Kennebec between the end of May and the first week of July. This year, during that same time, he's only taken 50. Because of COVID-19, hikers were advised to get off the AT, and many have opted not to complete it this year. But in the past, this section of the trail has gotten busy. Caruso never knows what to expect.
The most I've ever taken in a day is 56. That was 5 hours nonstop. Didn't even take a break.
This year, there's a lot more waiting around, but Caruso says he doesn't mind. He spends the time reading, fishing, and enjoying the scenic views from his office on the river, the only one of its kind for nearly 2,200 miles. For Maine Public Radio News, I'm Susan Sharon.